my thought is that if we can get the 850 approved and work toward the balance of that list, I think what it's going to take to educate the community about the scope of the work that is required, I don't think that we can get that word out between now and a vote, and I think the vote will go down. I think you could very easily say the gym and the heating system, and people get it. They can wrap their heads around that. The vast amount of work that needs to be done,
It's overwhelming.
most of that people can't see. And so it's harder to justify.
Voters in Arlington will have a big decision to make when they go to the polls during March town meeting. The school board there is proposing to add a $1.6 million bond to pay for needed renovations to both Fisher Elementary School and the Arlington Memorial High School buildings. Repairs to the high school gym, the roof, and the building's heating system head the list, but there are other less visible repairs that are also needed, school officials say. It would be the first major overhaul of the Arlington Memorial High School building since 2000. School Superintendent Judy Pullinan explains why the improvements are needed.
Last year, or the last couple of years, we've had a lot of repairs, maintenance issues, replacing things. And last January, the board said, instead of just piecemealing it all together and looking at little loans, let's look at a larger project and try to come up with a plan to address a lot of the issues that we have. So some of the big issues that we'll be covering is, one of them is the gym, and I know there was a rumor that the gym was going to get replaced, et cetera, but that's not true. The gym has structural issues in the walls and needs some bracing, some more supports, and we actually had an engineer do a study and give us a recommendation on what has to be done. So that's one portion of the project. Another one is to upgrade our HVAC system, in both buildings, our heating, and that is because some of the parts are obsolete, some of the controls are obsolete, and that will, in the end, be more energy efficient to get that done. But we just need to get the work done because it's our heating system.
A new gym roof, insulating the gym roof and walls, new lighting, and replacing the roof deck are among the repairs contemplated at the high school building. Replacing and repairing the oil tank monitoring system and enhancements to the security and electrical systems are also on the list. Over at Fisher Elementary, improvements on handicap accessibility, replacing exterior doors, upgrading the electrical system, which also would include upgrading the lighting in the classrooms, along with reconfiguring the school's library and computer lab, are also part of the project. Fisher Elementary would also see improvements to its heating system, among a list of other items. The school board was divided over whether to endorse an option that would have paid for all the upgrades identified during an earlier facilities study, or if it made sense to go with a less expensive upfront option, deferring the other pieces for another time to minimize the tax impact of the bond proposal.
If we don't pick up the pace here, I'm looking at the 1.6. If we wait, by the time we get to 20, what else is there going to be? That number may not be half of that. It may be 1.6 again. Because this building's not brand new. There's things that need to be done here. And we know we've been around and around and around.
If you said to people we need to work on the gym, I don't think they understand right now what you mean.
No.
Well, that's why we would have.
Right, but if you can take that message,
Yep.
the gym and the heating system, between now and the vote,
Yep.
to try to educate the community, versus taking the gym and the heating system and
$700,000 more.
$700,000 more of work, I think we are unlikely to make our case. Well, then I'll make a motion to put forward option 2 for the $850,000 plan for the gym and HVAC system.
We have a motion. Do I hear a second?
I've changed my mind. Jerry thinks we 1.6 will pass.
I believe it at that.
I don't think it hurts to ask. I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
Do we have a second?
You didn't change your mind.
We have a motion with no second.
Dead.
Do
Motion
we have
fails.
another motion?
Hold on. Haven't have to do this.
It died.
It died on the table.
Yeah, just say it's,
Okay.
Okay, KJ, come on.
I refuse to make the motion.
I'll make a motion for option 1, 1.633175.
We need a second? You have a motion? You're gonna force me to second it? Second. I will do that. So we have a motion and a second on the floor for option number 1, to present to the voters. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? So noted.
If voters endorsed the $1.6 million overhaul, it would probably add about 2 cents to the tax rate, Pullinan told the school board members. That would go towards interest payment in the first year, and the likely tax impact could be somewhat more in future years over the 10-year life of the proposed bond. If passed, school officials would like to start construction work right after graduation ceremonies in June and shoot to have it finished when students return in September. For the GNET TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.